Wake up, wake up. Oh, crap. Trying to wake up, trying to remember everything all at one time. Not doing a very good job of that. Kid you not. I'm getting stuff going on here. I gotta grab my pendulum, pardon me. Newest one I made last night. Made two last night, actually. But I only know what I did with one off the top of my head. And this is it. Isn't that pretty? It's a super simple wrap. Oh, not that pretty. It's coming out. It's coming out of itself. Dadgummit. I have to do something about that. Anyway, good morning. Sorry about that. It's Tuesday, Monday for me because I wasn't here yesterday. Had some stuff come up that I had to take care of. Had no choice about that. And I don't know, got stuff taken care of. Life is good. Hope life is good on your end of the world and with you. I'm going to tighten this up because I want to dedicate pendulums today. I want us to rededicate our pendulums. So if you wire wrap and you try to put something cool together and it needs to be tightened up, all you have to do is take your little round nose pliers and twist it. Just give a little twist and it pulls it together, tightens it up. I don't think it's going to go anywhere now. Good. It's all's well. I believe this one was dedicated to Faye. Am I correct? Is this Faye's pendulum? Yay! Nice! It's a beautiful pendulum too. She likes it. She was dancing in big circles last night whenever I showed it to her. And then what I'm doing is I'm making little small pendulums for giveaways basically. Whenever I do my events in the whatever, wherever I go, whatever events I do, if there's lecture time and I'm able to give a lecture. Right now my series of lectures is how to connect with your spirit guide, and especially using a pendulum. And so I give away a pendulum with my business card attached to it to the first 50 people who come in the door. And anyway, it's a good deal. It really is. And it helps people learn really how to connect and how to dedicate their pendants or their pendulums to their spirit guide, because it doesn't have to be a pendulum, does it? Got an ad in here. It doesn't have to be a pendulum. It can be your favorite pendant. It can be something special to you. It can be a ring that you just put on a chain. It doesn't have to be anything special as long as it has room to move. Do you know that I have used, this will crack you up. In a pinch, I've used my back scratcher. Because I needed a quick answer and I wanted to make sure that it was correct. So with pendulums, as you know, they just need freedom to move. They can move just about anything. So let's see who's with us right now. And my hand's not moving. So is this grandmother that's with us this morning? Nice, thank you. Is Faye with us this morning? Are you with me, Faye? So silly. I love that. I love that they will use anything, any way to communicate with you. Is Yoshashan with us this morning? Yoshashan's spinning the opposite direction. And she is definitely with us. What about English? Where's English at? Is English with us? English is my doorman now. I gave him a job. And so English, we don't, he doesn't help in the healing business, as far as the direct communication goes. He's all around, filled up with love today. Thank you, English. Woo. He's really swinging. So Thank you. Thank you for the love, guys. Um, English is my first guide. He's the one that I recognize above all the others because he was the first one that came to me. He's always been with me since I was a child. English has been with me. So, when I was trying to figure out what part each one of my spirit guides, because at the time I knew that I had English and I had Fae. So if I have two spirit guides, they can't be running into each other all the time, bumping their heads, doing the same thing. And I figured, and I believe communicated with my guides, and they told me that they each have their own specific duties. They have their own jobs. They have their own specialties. And so it's our job to find out exactly what that duty is. So for English, he's always been my protector. And so it stands to reason that he would continue to be my protector, right? So if you have a guardian angel, if you have a guide, and I encourage you to have a different pendulum for each one of your guides, and just use a generic pendulum and say, I want to dedicate a pendulum to you today, Miss T, one of my favorite guides. Not my personal guide, but So Miss T, I want to dedicate a pendulum to you today. And so would you like to choose one, please? And Miss T will answer you and say, yes, I would love to have my own pendulum, because when you get your own pendulum, it's your direct connection to that spirit guide, or it's that spirit guide's direct connection to you. And they are super, super excited about it, because there's no more guessing at the right answers, yes or no, or give me more information, or please clarify that. There's no more guessing that you don't have all your facts yet, because they're going to tell you, and you're going to have a physical representation of their answer, because we are physical beings, and we need to have something that we can see, feel, hear, smell. We need that tangibility when it comes to affirming or agreeing or seeing or hearing, or just confirmation, the answers that they're giving us, or the directions that they're giving us. And so I asked English to be my doorman, to be my guardian, to be the one who stands at my door, at my gate, and not let anybody pass except for those who are called. And that's it. Nobody else can come through. And so when I give a reading and I ask for the seeker, and that's what I call those seeking a reading, I call them seekers, because they're seeking answers, or they're seeking a connection, but they're always seeking. So when the seekers come to me, I ask for whatever messages to come through for their highest and greatest good right now. Not just any random question, not just any random spirit. I want them to get help. I want their questions answered. And I don't know what they've been asking, but Spirit does. And their spirit guides are just dying to get in there and say, hey, settle down. It's not that bad. Here's what we're going to do. And they're waiting. They're waiting for that connection so that they can do that. And so I'm a very strong empath, and I'm a very hollow vessel for my guides. I allow them to do all the work. And so I don't expend a lot of physical energy. Matter of fact, I think I might even get high from the energies that course through me. But I open up my heart chakra, and I just let that energy combine with that of spirit. And it's generally Yoshishan is the one who heals the physical body. And her energies are rushing through, plus the river of healing energy that I'm reaching for. And I bring it in through my heart chakra. Let it go out my shoulders, my arms, down my wrists and out my hands, my fingertips, my palm chakra. And I just let that energy go, and I just let it do whatever it's supposed to do. And I use the pendulum so I know when it's time to move on to each chakra. And so that each one is correctly balanced before moving on. That's what Yoshishan does. And so since I recognize that that is what Yoshishan is best at, is doing the healing, doing the physical body work, then when I dedicated that pendulum to her, I had her choose one specifically for the physical body work. And she chose an arrowhead, which I have in my pocket, with a pearl. And I have them choose the material for the chains. What do you want? Do you want a gold chain, silver chain? Do you want pearls? Yoshishan loves the energies that pearls give off. They're very, very healing. And they're very beautiful. They swing nicely. So this is Yoshishan, and this is Yoshishan's pendulum, and it's dedicated just to her. And very rarely will another spirit guide meet or connect with me through Yoshishan's pendant, because he knows he's got his own. English knows he's got his. Grandmother has hers. Grandmother's is very, very big, and I was very surprised at how big it is. And so last night when I was creating all the little pendulums, the giveaway pendulums, and I always hold them up too. I just hold them up when I'm done, and I just check to see if they're good. And whoever is working with me always does that circle and back and forth, so I know it's a good pendulum. And then it goes in the box ready to go. So when I held this one up to check its energies, Grandmother just started dancing, man. She was dancing. And I said, "Whoa, you really like the energies of this pendulum, don't you?" And she said, "Yeah, man," but her yeses were so wild. They were swinging so strongly that they hit the back of my hand. I was like, "Wow." I said, "Do you want this?" And she said, "Yes, I want that. Yes, I want that." And so this is I'm going to dedicate to Grandmother today. So what is Grandmother's job? Grandmother's job is to connect me with spirit. So when I'm doing a reading, when I touch somebody's hand, and that was another thing that I asked of my guides. I wanted to be able to control when I get information for people from spirit. So I have English guarding my door. He's not letting anybody in unless it's an absolute dire emergency and they need to be heard. And if that's the case, then I hear the messages. But that was what I asked them to do. And I also asked them to give me a way to connect directly with them so that I don't just go about, like if I give somebody a hug, I absorb their energy and I hear everything that Spirit has to say to them. I didn't want that to happen. And so I asked that there just be a special way that I connect with my spirit guides in order to give a reading for somebody's highest and greatest good. And so that's when I learned to connect by, and this is interesting, It's like plugging in, you know, my palm and my palm and fingers to their palm and fingers. And it really does feel like plugging in and completing a circuit. And so when I touch somebody like this, spirit's all over the place. I hear everything, I see everything, I smell things sometimes. Sometimes I feel it physically, but I generally know. And then I ask spirit to tell me what it is that they need me to let them know. Because I think in their space, in the seeker's space, spirit is letting them know, okay, she's connected and now she knows everything. Now she knows everything. So what do we need to do now? What do you want her to know? What do you want to work on? What message do you want to receive? And then I receive the message. So I don't receive messages unless I purposely, physically connect to do so. And I really believe that it is because I'm so clearly and strongly connected to spirit, as I believe that you can be also. I really do. I really believe that you can connect just as strongly to spirit as I can. I don't think that it is any kind of special gift that I have. I just have an easy time doing it, and I have a clear understanding, and I trust that they're telling me what I need to know and what I need to share with you for your highest and greatest good, as well as my highest and greatest good. So I think that the same, you can do the same thing by, and you know you have at least one spirit guide. You know you do. So I want you to connect with your spirit guides. I want you to use a ring, a necklace, a chain, a pendant, your pendulum, whatever you have. And I want you to dedicate to your spirit guide. I just found out recently what Faye's strengths are, what her gifts are, and how she heals. And it's absolutely 100% amazing. Amazing. She's the healer of broken souls. And she does. She does. I've seen it. It's amazing. It's amazing. So, super excited to work with her. Super excited to work with her, because you know as well as I do that health and strength and understanding and knowledge and wisdom, all of that comes from being in balance in your body, mind, and spirit. And if one of those things are out of balance, then you're not going to have the clarity. You're not going to have the wisdom that comes with the knowledge. You're not going to have the strength that comes with everything else, because you're out of balance. So ask your spirit guide to help to bring you into balance in your body, mind, and spirit, so that you can receive clearly and with knowledge and understanding and wisdom, and that you can stand strongly in your beliefs, and you can go forward boldly doing whatever it is that your heart desires. You know, we say that each of us have a job to do on this earth, but the truth is that J-O-B is a freaking 3-letter word, or 4-letter word, or 10-letter word. It's too much. It's too strong. It's not a job. It's a gift. You know, this is a gift. The thing that we came to earth, the purpose that we came to serve, is the gift that we give to others. It is not a job. I don't have a job to do in this physical realm. I have a gift to share with you. And you have a beautiful gift to share with me and with millions of others. So it's not about going about trying to find your job. Your job is what you do to get paid to go through the world. And I hope that your job is your passion and your love, and it makes you feel good. And if you're in service to others, well, that's even better. If you're in service to the earth, or if you're in service to whatever, being in service to another is not slavery. It's doing something. It's like being a kid, trying to make your mom proud or your dad proud, you know? You want to do something good and productive. It's the nature of humanity. We really don't want to fight. We really don't want to be angry. We really don't want to strive all the time with each other. We really don't. More than anything else, I think that humanity really wants to be that peace-filled world. It's just kind of tangled up right now. It'll be all right. It'll get better. So connecting with spirit is as easy as coming into balance. And coming into balance doesn't take forever. It takes a few breaths, a few deep breaths, really. And you want to fill your lungs up. You want them full. You want them to expand and to pop. Because that's when you know you did it. That's when you know you're there. Feels good. Feels great to take that deep, deep breath and you get that little pop, a little expansion. And when you blow the air out, you keep blowing and you keep blowing and you blow and you blow and you blow until you don't have any air left in your lungs and you're folded over because you're squeezing it out. And then you refill those lungs again. You take another super deep breath as much as you can. And if you're not comfortable just breathing through your nose, that's okay. You don't have to just breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. Breathe how you're comfortable. Sit how you're comfortable. You do want to sit with your spine as straight up and down as possible. For one thing, you're expanding your ribs. You're lifting your ribs up off your guts and off your lungs so that they can freely take that breath. But you're also setting in alignment your chakra points, your energy zones. And so as you're breathing in that beautiful, clean, energetic air, and you're blowing out all that stale air from yesterday or the day before or the week before, whatever you've kept with you. Because anything that you get surprised by, you take that little gasp of air or that sigh. You always keep a bubble of air. Don't let that air out all the way when you're surprised or when you're angry or when you're sad or when you just don't know. Take those breaths all the way in. Blow them all the way out. Don't keep any pockets of stress inside your lungs from the air you breathe in. You will. You will. If you don't take 3 or 4 cleansing breaths every morning, in the night, whenever you feel stressed, whenever you need to ground, when you need to regain yourself, when you need to come back into balance, All it takes is breathing, conscious breathing. And as you do, and you can have some music playing beside you if you want to. Especially some really cool binaural beats that are made to balance your chakras or to focus in on a particular chakra, because the binaural beats go on specific hertz frequencies in tune, in alignment with your chakras. They're very cleansing. They're very relaxing. They're very stimulating. You should check out some binaural beats sometimes. They specialize in everything. If you want to learn more, if you want to lose weight, if you want to dream more, if you want to astral travel, if you want to relax, if you want to calm, there are binaural beats for all of that. Check them out. Binaural beats. Charles Valey, Valley, happens to do his own music, and he's a Facebook friend of mine and also someone that I met personally when I was at LeetCon. And I've been checking out his music. It's very, very cool. Very cool. He's got a lot of electronic music, but it's binaural beats. It's very good. I just want you to check it out. So we've came into balance. We've taken our cleansing breaths. We're sitting straight. We're allowing those chakra energies all the room that they need to flow, And you're not thinking about this every time you sit down and take a few breaths. Your body will naturally do it. But I just want you to know what happens when you sit down and take these breaths. Your body, your whole body responds. Your mind responds. Your spirit responds. And really, that's what we're looking for. We're looking to bring our body, mind, and spirit back into balance and integration. Still on to dedicating our pendulum this morning. It's a really cool wrap, but it doesn't have anything to grab onto, so it keeps sliding. Still going to dedicate it though, because I want to dedicate the stone. It's not the design of the wrap that I'm dedicating. It's the stone. So I hold it in my hands, kind of like prayer, But you have chakra points in your hands. And so you're joining that chakra energy with the stone. Taking your deep breaths. I want you to call to mind your primary spirit guide. If you don't know of any others, then accept that you have at least one. And it can be an angel. It can be a dragon. It can be an elf. It can be a man. It can be a woman. It can be neutral. It can be any form that you agree with spirit, with your spirit guide, that it takes. Whatever's agreeable to you. If your spirit guide is very, very strong energy, then why would I be surprised if you said my spirit guide is a dragon? Dragons represent strength and cunning. Maybe you need that in your life at this time. So whoever your spirit guide is, whoever you identify with, and like I said, it can be an angel. If you're not comfortable with a spirit guide, have an angel then. Because sooner or later you're going to be comfortable with the idea that you have a spirit guide. They lead us. They help keep us on our path. They warn us. Call it your intuition. I call it your spirit guide. I call it connecting with spirit. Say an idea just magically popped into your mind, and I'll tell you your spirit guide put it there. Where did Edison or Einstein or Tesla get their information from? Was it all aliens? Was it all just curious mind? And if it was, what made them curious about the things that they invented? What made him curious about those things? Curious enough to create it? I don't know. But I bet they were in connection with their spirit guides. I bet money that my dad was directly connected with spirit, although he never recognized it as that. Because my dad was an inventor. He was a problem solver. He created ways to work around a problem. He made solutions. And the way he did it when he was stuck was literally go lay down and take a 15-minute power nap. And when that power nap was done, he'd jump up and say, "Yep, I got it. I gotta go do some work." And it happened like that more often than not. Sorry. Okay, back to this dedication thing we're going to do real quick. Call to mind your primary spirit guide. You have to say out loud, "I would like to dedicate this pendulum to you." I gotta make sure whose pendulum I'm holding. Is this Faye's pendulum? Is this grandmother's pendulum? Okay, I'm gonna dedicate it to you. All right. Excuse me. Grandmother, thank you so much for being my guide. Thank you for helping to guide and direct my life. I recognize your skill in my life, and that is that you connect me with spirit. You connect me with seekers, guides, so that they can have answers that they seek. And for that, I give you so much honor and so much love and so much thanks for helping me to understand that that is your role in my life. So as you continue always to connect me with spirit, may I always bring you honor. I dedicate this pendulum to you. This is our way to communicate. This is for me to see physically the answers that you give to me, that I seek. Thank you for holding me in regard. So let no other spirit communicate to me through this spirit, through this pendulum, except for grandmother and those that she allow to communicate with me. So whenever I seek answers, I will know that grandmother is the one who's giving me the answers. And so I give you thanks, and I give you honor, and I give you high regard for standing with me every day. Thank you so much for the love that you give to me. And then you blow your ha. Your ha is your breath of life. You can seal it with a kiss. You can seal it with sage. You can cleanse it with sage. You can cleanse it with water. You can cleanse it with the moonlight. You can charge it in the moonlight. But the way that you seal it to yourself, to your spirit, and connect it is with your ha. And so 3 times, open your prayer hands. The stone's in the center. And bathe it in your breath, in your ha. this is grandmother's stone. That the stones that you hold, or the rings, or the pendant, because really it can honestly be anything as long as it can freely move. It can be a back scratcher on a string. It can be a spatula. Whatever you need in a pinch. Take off the necklace that you're wearing. And just say, hey, grandmother, are you with me? And she'll say, yeah, I'm always with you. I surround you. Everywhere you go and everything that you do, I am always with you. I will never leave your side. I will always do my best to direct your steps. I will always do my best to keep you on your path. But I will always love you. And I will never leave you. Because I am your spirit guide. So that's it. That's how you dedicate your pendulums. And I promise you that when you dedicate a pendulum, a pendant, it doesn't have to be a pendulum. But just know that a pendulum is a tool. It's just a tool. It's nothing else. When you dedicate one to your spirit guide, even if you don't know their name, you'll start to learn their name. You know, you can draw out the alphabet and you can do that letter one at a time. Break them down into groups of 3 or 4 or 5. Is your first letter of your first name in this group? No, move on. First letter of the first name in this group? No. This group? No. This group? Yes. Okay, is it T-U or V? Oh, it's V, huh? Is your name Victor? Victoria? Vito? What's your name? Vicky? Vicky, huh? Wow, that's a beautiful name. You mind if I call you Vicky? Yes? Would you rather me call you Victoria? Oh, you would. I'll call you Victoria then. You have a verbal conversation. You have a verbal conversation. Just like you're talking on the phone to somebody. Just like you're speaking to somebody who's there who can understand you. But maybe they have limited English. I understand perfectly what you're saying. They just can't quite get it all out. And so you have to speak in not rhymes, not riddles. You have to speak clearly and with intent. I have a little gnat that's flying around me. Driving me nuts. You have to speak clearly and with intent. And you can't ask vague questions. They need to be yes or no. If you get a back and forth swing, let's see, sorry. Can you please show me a yes? Back and forth is always yes. If you're backwards, you're backwards. Then back and forth is going to be no, but rarely does that happen. Back and forth is yes. Side to side is no. Can you please show me a no? Side to side is no. Can you show me a unclear? Show me what unclear looks like. If I say something that's not clear enough. It's counterclockwise circle. Can you show me what you say when you need more information? The question needs to be clarified. So that is a diagonal. A left to right diagonal. Need to give her better information. Can you show me I love you? Yeah, put her all the way, give her all the room she wants. Because when they say I love you, they're absolutely surrounding you as much as they can with all of their energy. So when you see them spinning like this and they're just almost sideways, they're just letting you know they're happy that you're there. They're happy that you're communicating with them. And they are always surrounding you with their love. Thank you, Grandma. So I know why she chose a new stone. It's because the other stone is so big. It's so much bigger. It's a great stone to use, here, but whenever I'm traveling, it's a big bulky stone, so I think that's why she downsized. It's my traveling one. All right. Boy, that was a lot of information this morning. That was a lot of information, but they really wanted to get back to the basics. They wanted me to talk about rededicating the pendulums because I was going to dedicate it last night. And she said, no. And I said, I don't get to dedicate this to you? Why not? And I just heard very patiently, wait till tomorrow. And dedicate it with everybody, and that way everybody would know how to dedicate their pendulum. Because you'll always get more. And once you dedicate your pendulum to your primary spirit guide, really try to find out their name. If you ask them a question, like what's your name, for instance, because we're talking about yes/no questions to get your clear answers. But what you get is a whisper, that just kind of breezes across the top of your mind. You can almost see the letters floating by on a cloud. And so if you see the name Christopher, for instance, or you hear the name Christopher, or you look over and you see the word Christopher, that's spirit directing you. That's them telling you. And so then just ask, and don't be afraid. Don't think that you're going to get it wrong. Because what happens when I've almost got it right, like maybe I got half the name right, then I get 1, 2 circles and a yes. That means you almost have it. You're right on track. Almost have it. You're right on track. And don't get crazy with your guesses, because you will wear them out. I mean, they want to spirit smack you. Stop it. Stop being stupid. Don't be a kid. This is serious. This is love. This is a connection that we're forming here. You can ask me anything that you want, but if you ask me the same thing over and over and over again in 25 different ways, you're still going to get the same answer. You're not going to trick me. I'm not going to tell you something else because you're wearing me down. But what you are doing is taking away from time that we could spend getting to know each other. So if you get an answer that you don't like, understand that it may not be time. It may not be appropriate for you right now. Maybe there's a few more steps you need to go through before you take that leap. Maybe you need to do some practice first. So don't get all upset at spirit if they're giving you a no when you want a yes. Because that no may just be not right now. The time isn't right. Or it may be no, you never will. So once you got that figured out in your head, that's never going to go this way, well, maybe you'll change your mind and set your sights on something else and decide that maybe there's something else better waiting for you. Take those leaps of faith. Take those weird opportunities that come along. If your spirit is celebrating when somebody comes to you with something strange and unusual, and your spirit's like, yeah, take it, go, buddy, go, come on, let's do it. And your mind's like, ooh, I don't know, doesn't sound real rational. And your body feels like butterflies all over because you're just in confusion and you're not in balance, Listen to spirit. Take that leap of faith. Go, jump. Have some fun for a while. because this really is not a job. It's really not. It's a beautiful gift that we share with each other. And if we saw that, if we saw more clearly what a beautiful gift our lives in this world is, we begin to share that gift with others, because a gift is not meant to be kept. It's meant to be shared. So, go have an incredibly beautiful day on this magical Tuesday, because it's beautiful. There's a lot of magic in the air. That moon was so bright and so clear and so strong last night. And the energy's still flowing. It's solstice week too, by the way. Enjoy your day. Take with you all the love that I have for you, and share it abundantly with perfect strangers, with your best friends, with your family. Give yourself a hug too, because you deserve it. Really, above all, have a beautiful day. Love to you all. Thank you so much for joining me. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'll see you tomorrow.